All right, crypto fans and market watchers, buckle up because today we're diving into a story that's shaking up the Bitcoin world. The US government has been cleared to start selling off 69,000 Bitcoin. That's over 6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Now, this stash comes from the infamous Silk Road, and headlines are already starting to send waves through the crypto markets. But don't panic yet. I'm here to break it all down for you, the facts, the rumors, and the market implications, and whether this is a buying opportunity, a reason to hold tight, or just another overhyped crypto drama. So let's go ahead and dig into it. First, let's rewind a bit. If you're new to crypto and this whole saga, the Silk Road was an online black market, essentially operating in the dark web. It's where people traded everything from fake IDs to illegal substances. Now, it's all facilitated by Bitcoin. When the platform was shut down, the US government seized a ton of Bitcoin. So this isn't the first time that we've heard about this Silk Road Bitcoin sales scare. But this time the numbers are big. So on December 30th, a federal judge has essentially given the green light for the Department of Justice to start liquidating the stash. And this was reported by DB News on January 9th. And according to the sources, the DOJ is gearing up to sell. Now, let's pause for a second here, because the U.S. government starts selling Bitcoin, people start to pay attention. And crypto Twitter is absolutely lit with takes on this. So we can take a look here at Twitter user Trading Axe. He says that, I've said this before and I'll say it again, the seized Bitcoin that was meant to use for strategic reserve under the Trump administration was sold off already, with a credit line sanctioned by Coinbase. They spent months distributing and couldn't mention it because the Kamala Harris campaign was running against Trump. So now this could just be, spicy conspiracy. He really doesn't give any evidence to say that this is what happened other than what he's claiming. So I can't really speak for that. There's no evidence to it, but it certainly makes for an interesting conspiracy theory. Now, next up, we have Marty Party. He's another big name in the crypto space who said it's already happened. There's no need to FUD. And of course, I think what he's missing here, I think he did go on to clarify this, but if you look in here, let's see if we can zoom in. So he does point out the U.S. government Silk Road wallet here, showing that it's got 69,000 Bitcoin, and then we come over to the right, we can see that the balance did indeed get drained to zero from over $6 billion. Now, this doesn't necessarily tell us that these coins were indeed sold. You'd have to go in and dig a lot deeper to figure out if these coins were in fact sold on the market. All this is telling us is that they were indeed moved from this address. We don't know where they went to. My opinion on this chart is that, take it for what it's worth. It could be as simple as, now that the court proceedings are done and they have clearance to start selling off this amount, that they're simply moving it to other wallets and repositioning it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's all been already dumped onto the market. And of course, we also have Arthur Hayes, CEO and a co-founder of BitMEX, added his signature flair, tweeting that my diamond hands are ready to buy the effing dip. Send it to Goblin Town, Slow Joe. You really got to love the humor in the crypto space. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the numbers everyone's been wondering about. Will this crash Bitcoin? First, consider this. CryptoQuant CEO Ki-Young-ju points out that last year alone, $379 billion flowed into the crypto market. So that's about $1 billion a day. That's a lot of money. And the market could absorb this $6.5 billion sell-off in just about a week. Now, let's be real. If the government dumped all 69,000 Bitcoin on the market at once, prices would tank. But that's not how they operate historically. These sales happen gradually, often through auctions or private sales on exchanges like Coinbase. The goal isn't to crash the crypto market, it's to recover as much funds from criminal activities efficiently. Still, let's not underestimate the psychological impact. Even a rumor of massive government sell-offs can spook traders. Everybody in crypto is very jumpy, and it's a pretty illiquid market. So rumors like this tend to have quite a big impact short term. And we've seen Bitcoin retrace a bit already. After reclaiming six figures on January 7th, it's dropped down to about 2%, sitting at 94,000 as of today. If it breaks below this critical support level, we could see some panic selling start to kick in. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin's been range bound for a couple of months now, since November. It's been consolidating between key levels. This isn't new territory for the king of crypto. If anything, it's setting the stage for the next big move. Now let's address another layer to this story. Why now? Why sell Bitcoin right before a new administration starts to come into office? Some speculate it's political. The Biden administration has been vocal about wanting to regulate crypto more tightly, but selling seized Bitcoin wasn't necessarily part of their playbook. Here's what's interesting. Some folks think that the sale is a way to lock up funds before policy changes start to kick in. Others suggest it's simply about timing. The DOJ has resolved some legal battles surrounding the Silk Road stash, and the judge's rulings have opened up the doors. Either way, the timing of this certainly raises eyebrows. I personally don't like coincidences like that. Every time I see a coincidence, it kind of makes me raise my eyebrows and wonder what's going on behind the scenes. And of course, the memes are out in full swing as well. You've got Max Kaiser running Twitter polls, Arthur Hayes ready to buy the effing dip, and ever classic governments just hodling like the rest of us jokes. But jokes aside, the crypto community knows how to roll with these punches. The key is to not let the headlines like this start to dictate your strategy. Instead, zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Let's not forget, this isn't the first time the government sold Bitcoin. Remember the auctions back in, I believe it was 2014, they sold Bitcoin for under $500 a pop, and today that same Bitcoin is it's worth over $90,000. It seems like they should have held rather than sold. The market has a way of absorbing these types of events and moving forward. So thinking long-term, crypto is volatile. It's what we all signed up for. That's why we got into it. But it's also resilient. Over time, these dips become opportunities for those to stay the course. So what should you do? First, don't panic. The government sale, if it happens at all, it's an event that is temporary, and the market will absorb it. Just look at the numbers. 379 billion flowed in last year, and we're talking about 6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Second, use this as a chance to reevaluate your strategy. Are you in crypto for quick gains or the long haul? Me personally, I'm in it for the long haul. I plan on holding for many, many years, if not decades into the future. If it's the latter, events like this, they're just noise. And finally, keep an eye on the data. Watch how closely Bitcoin reacts if it approaches the key level of 90,000. Follow wallets associated with the Department of Justice. And knowledge is power in this market. Always remember that. All right, that's your deep dive into the United States government's Bitcoin liquidation. Is this the end of the world for crypto? Not even close. But it's a reminder that headlines move markets, and staying informed is your best defense against fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think this sale will tank the price of Bitcoin, or is it just another overhyped story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you found this video gave you some clarity. And don't forget to subscribe for more no-nonsense crypto insights. Until next time, y'all take care.